What's up, guys, and welcome to Tony's.
So I am super excited to do this video because we've been meaning to do this video for super long time.
Yep.
So this is Tony's Auto Service, and this is by far one of the coolest shops that I've ever seen. Every time I come here, it's a total vibe. And so I knew that I had to capture this place and show it to you guys because I don't know why, but it seems like something is pulling me towards making this video. Like it's almost like some kind of external force that's been like, you know what, you gotta document this. So that's what we're doing. And so this is Jesse. I've known Jesse for quite a long time. So back when I was first looking for a Mark II, I remember I was on Kijiji and I found like a red 4-door. It was like a 91. I don't know if you remember that car.
Sorta.
But I was like looking for a car and I found that thing and I'm like, okay, I got to message him and buy this car. And then I messaged him. And as soon as that happened, you were like, sorry, man, car is sold. No, I really wanted this car. It was like a lowered red 4-door Mark II Jetta. And it was an absolutely sick car. And then he was like, you know, they are out there if you look hard enough. And I'm like, where do I find one, right? Like I have no idea where to find these cars. I found like one on Kijiji. And for those of you guys that don't know, Kijiji is an online marketplace, kind of like Craigslist or Facebook marketplace here in Canada. And so when that happened, he's like, you just got to look in the right place. Check out dasstubbers.ca. And that was kind of the forum that we had way back in the day when we were setting up our meets and all that kind of stuff before Facebook days. And so that's kind of when I met Jesse, and the rest is history, really. We started meeting up. We had all these crazy car meets. Jesse's built some of the craziest cars. And so pretty much I've known Jesse to be here for as long as I can remember. So like, how did you end up here? Like, who's Tony, first of all?
Well, so I've grown up here. My whole life I've been here. I was a baby here, about this tall. Tony is the guy who started this place back in '64. Non-related. My dad moved out from Ontario back when he was a young adult and looking for a job on the West Coast somewhere. And he ended up here and getting a job with Tony as an apprentice. And then shortly thereafter, taking over the business and moving it to this location in the 80s. And then I was born in 87. And then since then, yeah, I've just been growing up here and I've been working here. And then in 2019, we took over the family business, my brother and I, and we've been rocking it hard ever since. So yeah, the rest is history, and it's about to be made history as well, and I think that's why we're doing this video today.
Yeah,
is because this building is scheduled to be knocked down likely in the next year or so. So we're out of here.
Yeah, and this is like a prime location. Like as you guys saw in the clips earlier, this is like right next to downtown Calgary, so it's an amazing view here. And so sad to see the place go, but I mean that's part of life. Things change, right? And I think you're going to be on to bigger, better things too, right?
Yeah, we have a lot planned for the future, so yeah, get ready for that because it's going to be a wild ride.
Yeah, for sure. And so this place obviously has some markings on it. It's got a lot of character. It's got a lot of story, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So how did the graffiti happen? When did that happen?
Yeah, so this building used to be white. It's always been white. The inside was white. It was dirty. I've always been into graffiti, and I have connections through social media, and that's kind of how we did this. We had this whole place covered top to bottom in graffiti because why not? It's the last hurrah. Sick. We know it's getting knocked down, so let's have some fun with some shop tattoos.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool idea that this amazing art piece, but then you're like bulldozing it down. Like
it's kind of cool.
So what are your plans for the future? Where are you moving to? And I mean, we talked about doing a video again in the future to kind of catch up with you later to see what you're up to, but kind of what's on the horizon right now.
Quickly, like without getting into too much detail, we are splitting the business into two parts. Currently, we work on a lot of modern VWs. We work on everything. From the 1950s air-cooled Volkswagens to 2024, which hasn't come out yet, Volkswagens, right? We'll do everything. So we're tripping over each other quite a lot in our current setup. So we're going to split it into two. Modern Volkswagens are staying here in Calgary. And then we're taking all the vintage Beetles, buses, and Vanagons are going out to Cremona, Alberta, which is roughly an hour north from downtown. So yeah. Pretty excited for that. We can get up to a lot of shenanigans out there and not get in too much trouble, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. So the basis of kind of what you do is like classic stuff.
Yeah. My side of things is air-cooled Beetles and Vanagons. Vanagons are our bread and butter. Like we do so many of these vans from Alberta and from surrounding areas.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's the way to go. That's what I love, and that's why I want to like document this. The classic stuff's what I love, and I know a lot of people appreciate that too. So it's pretty cold out here, so let's go inside and check out what we got going on inside. Usually there's a huge lot full of stuff here, but it's December now, and that's why it's so cold. All right, let's go check out what we got going on inside.
Come on in. So this is our front entrance here. It's changed quite a bit in the last 4 or 5 years. We've taken out a lot of walls and added some fun feature wall here.
Oh yeah, you got the mountain painting back here too.
Yeah, that's a custom graffiti piece.
And then we also got, so I noticed here as well, we have Tony himself.
This is the OG right here. This is the original shop in Eau Claire Market.
Wow, and what year was that photo taken in? Do you know?
Oh, I don't remember. It was a while ago.
And you can see
probably early 80s.
Early 80s.
Early
gotcha.
1980s, yeah.
And you can see that old school Volkswagen sign at the top there.
Yeah.
And that beauty is actually still here, which we'll go look at in a minute. So that's kind of who started the shop. And then we got the front, and then we'll just kind of walk through. I'll show you that sign at the top there.
That sign moved from Eau Claire, and then it was put on the fence outside and sat outside. And we had a customer actually inquire about purchasing it, and that's when I took it down and clear coated it and put it up on our wall.
Yeah. No, it looks sweet. I love how like old and patina. It really goes with like the cars themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, and then we got these too. That's cool. I didn't even notice those before.
Yeah, those were gifts from someone. We just thought we'd put them up there. It was actually the perfect height for where they are.
Yeah, they look good.
Just happened to fit. I don't know what else we would have done.
Graffiti.
Yeah, exactly. So, and this is our parts room. We've completely changed the way the parts room works and been able to add quite a bit of inventory here to help service all these old cars. And obviously we got graffiti, more graffiti.
Yeah, it's everywhere. There's always little hints of it, which I love that. So are these kind of like stocked items, or are these like for customer cars, pre-ordered parts? And
Most of them are stocked. A lot of that stuff is all for the vans and air-cooled. And then we have shelves for special order parts that come in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then we got this is our break room. This used to be a machine shop. With like a lathe in it and metal lathe and all that kind of stuff in here. It was very dark and dungy. We took that window there is from the front office that we took out, and we put this whole wall section back in this doorway here just to cap it off. So it's kind of like recycling, and it's cool. Got an old Commando video game, stand-up arcade game there.
This is like a time capsule.
It's like an 80s arcade game.
Total time capsule.
Yeah, had to do some reworking of the screen on that to get it to work again. But all right, here's our main shop.
Welcome to the shop.
This is where a lot of the magic happens.
Wow.
We've added 4 new hoists, and we got our alignment machine, state-of-the-art alignment machine, and tire machines in the last 4 years, and that's really helped grow the business.
Doing lots of like maintenance kind of stuff.
Well, we can do everything under one roof now. Instead of sending people out to an alignment shop or a tire shop after they get work done, we can just do it all in-house now, which is extra convenient for everyone. So, yeah.
Okay, and so now I'm looking at this Beetle here. Can you tell me a little bit about what I'm looking at here?
This Beetle is a long time project. I kind of went hard on it for a few years, and then life got pretty gnarly and busy. So it's been on the back burner for quite a while, but the short of it is lots of money invested.
Yeah.
Needs a lot more money invested. It's kind of a lifelong project, so I don't plan on getting rid of it, but I don't plan on finishing it anytime soon either.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That's what these you'll get that with them big jobs.
Yeah, it's a big job.
That's how it goes.
It's a big job. If you look back here, it's got a power plant from a 2004 WRX, or sorry, 2004 WRX.
And what kind of suspension is that?
Custom A-arm suspension on a swing axle transmission. So if you know what a swing axle transmission, you'll know that A-arms are kind of funky on those.
Oh, is that like the whole transmission moves?
Yeah, the joint is on the inside of the axle, and the outside of the joint or the axle is totally solidly mounted to the hub. So there's no flex on the outside, and that's where you get the extreme negative camber on these.
Yeah,
so
so
Volkswagen did it first for all you Scenester kids.
VW did it first.
Yeah, and you can't get away from that. Like, there's no way to get away from.
Okay, can you like look how short this thing is when you stand next to it? Like,
no, the car, yeah.
Like,
like here, you know what I'm saying?
It's
I like it, and it's not as low as the Carmen Ghia was, right? That Ghia that we built.
That thing was, how do you go lower than that? How do you get
well,
lower?
the roof, right?
Oh, the height of the roof.
Yeah, lots of cutting, lots of chopping to make this work.
Yeah, and
but I figured if you're going to bag a car, you're going to bag it and do it properly. Put it on the ground, right?
Oh yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Lily Woods.
This bug will move out to the new shop and it'll get done at some point out there.
Yeah, you'll have to document this thing.
Oh, this is going to get very, very well documented once we get on it again.
Perfect. Speaking of documentation, do you have a YouTube channel that people can go follow?
I don't have a YouTube channel yet, but it's out there. It's just not been built on. It will be the Toaster Supply Company. That's going to be our business. So, yeah, Toaster Supply Company. The toaster means vans. Yeah.
As seen.
Yeah. That's the nickname for a
all
Vanagon.
over the place.
Yeah, toaster, 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 toaster. We don't even have that many Vanagons in here right now, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say
funny.
that. The number of vehicles is less than like when I was here last. But
Yeah.
it's because probably winter now. We're getting cold.
Yeah, and we got a whole bunch of cars done recently, so we're waiting for the next wave of Vanagons to come in. Yeah, we've been swamped with like 300 plus vans a year now.
Holy.
And there's only 2 techs in the building, including myself, that work on them.
Yeah.
Right, so it's very
So
hard to
you've
keep
got a
up on
lineup.
them.
Well, it's not a lot of people that are doing this kind of stuff and doing it at the level that you're doing it at, with the level of knowledge and understanding and passion too, right? Like,
Yeah,
you got to have the knack for it
yeah. You
and
got to
keep
care.
it running since the 60s. Like,
Yeah,
there's not a lot of people that are doing that. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to whatever social channels you set up. We can always add the links later, whatever.
Instagram, YouTube is Toaster Supply Company.
Okay.
CO. So
Yeah, so make sure you go and give Jesse and Tony's Auto Service a follow. I'll also put Tony's Auto Service too.
Yep.
Instagram, I'll put all the links so you guys can follow. And also give this video a like button if you think that Jesse should make a YouTube channel and document everything. And put it all on there.
too much fun.
So what else we got? Is there like
More graffiti.
graffiti everywhere? A bunch of different people did the graffiti, right? Like
Yeah, we have a lot. There's a lot of people that are involved on this one. The list is too long and deep to remember who's who and give the shout outs right now. But yeah, there's a lot of long nights and huff and paint fumes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got it done. There's a couple spots that are left open, but otherwise, yeah, everything's pretty much plastered.
And so I imagine you're going to be doing the same type of thing in the new shop?
Maybe. I think we're going to do it. We're going to do something similar, but it's going to be a little bit more clean cut. We're not going to plaster the walls up. Probably do like artwork pieces that get mounted. But yeah. This is another shop project here. This is the current shop project. This is going to be our parts running truck, our general social media truck, our do dumb shit truck.
Nice.
Yeah. Essentially, this is a unicorn. Single cab,
So cool.
synchro turbo diesel pickup truck that we purchased from a customer who kind of gave up on it. We dropped the old blown up 1.9 turbo diesel out of it, and we are installing a AHU TDI into it.
Okay.
So we're gonna have.
How many liters is that?
That's also a 1.9,
Okay.
but it's electronically controlled, right? So it's the TDI, which means more power and
More modern.
yeah, a little bit more modern, more reliability out of it.
That's sweet.
But it's getting stanced. We're going Alberta stance on this.
What's Alberta stance?
Well, big rig
Oh,
trucks.
okay.
We're lifting it up. We're putting big wide wheels on it. I'm trying to find the TSL Super Swamper mud tires for it in a 29 by 10.5. It's proving very difficult and expensive. So, but yeah, we're going stancy on it. Gonna roll coal. It's gonna have some balls.
Yeah, you better put something with balls in it if it's got those on it.
Yeah, it's still a Volkswagen. It'll still be slow, but at least it'll look cool, right?
Oh, it'll look sick.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat truck. I'm excited for it.
I've never seen one of these other than here.
Yeah.
Like I've never, not even on like internet.
I need to reiterate, it's a unicorn.
This is a very, very unicorn vehicle.
Yeah, so it'll be good for the company truck. I'll show you back here. So this is an interesting room. I like this room. We call it the Gulag,
The Gulag.
the kill room. This is where we store all our used parts. Look at the size of that door. So it's an old freezer room. This is all used Vanagon parts. We have new Vanagon parts in here as well. Kind of overstock area.
Is this stuff for sale?
Yeah, we have it here so that if anyone needs it, it's up for grabs.
Vanagon guys,
Yeah.
this is your
We got tons of parts, so
this is your place.
and we'll only keep getting more.
And probably other classic cars too, not just Vanagons, I'm assuming. Right?
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of it though, and kind of we've had to sift through it because there was a lot of old stuff in here that we were never going to use. Got old wiring harnesses laying here and a crank, engine bottom ends, heads.
Yeah, you name it.
You name it, we got it.
That's awesome. I love this little room. So those are like the old fridge.
Yeah, those are the old coolers. If this building could talk, man, it'd have a story.
Oh, I bet. And the compressor is chilling in here. Can you hear the compressor like through this wall?
Barely. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Yeah.
Crazy. This door's got some heft to it.
Yeah. It's so fun to shut. Yeah, you can see the front of the truck here. It's such a small cab on it, right? It's kind of neat. Very European.
Love that. So this is still technically a Vanagon?
Yeah, it's still a Vanagon chassis, still a Vanagon platform. If someone really, really, really wanted to, they could take all the sheet metal from a Vanagon and kind of build it up into a Vanagon. Again.
Never be real.
No. So that's pretty neat. It's kind of rotten, but as long as the running gear is good and the frame's good, we're fine.
The patina is kind of part of the...
Yeah.
I think what makes it the way it is, the classic look.
So you can see we work on a lot of modern vehicles. We're doing emissions delete on this TDI Touareg right now. And then on the next hoist over, we have a 70s bus with engine running problems, right?
Oh, so, don't they all?
Well, yeah, they really do.
That's why you have this place, to fix all the
Yeah, all the headaches come to us. We've seen it all.
Another panel van.
Another Westphalia. Yeah, that's a Westie.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't.
Actually, I don't
know anything about these.
That's a Winnebago. Or is that a Winnebago? So there's Winnebago and there's Westphalia, right, in the Eurovans. And Winnebago was made in the United States and Westphalia is made in Germany.
But is it the same, like...
It's the same van, but it's the whole camping, the camperized part of it is all different, right?
Gotcha.
So that's all United States, and then that one's all Euro.
We have a whole nother corner full of stories.
Yeah, so here's another project here. This is a 61 Beetle with another Subaru transplanted into it. Another turbo Subaru Beetle. Yeah. This one's much closer to being driven than the oval window over there. So you'll see this one on the road probably in the next couple years. It's gonna get moved out to the new shop and we're gonna probably get going on it pretty quick.
Sorry, what year?
This is a 1961.
61, and what was the other one?
57.
Okay.
Yeah, both Alberta bugs.
And those are like the old heater units, right?
Yeah, that thing right there, that's a 1953 Thermador cooler. It's air conditioning.
So it pulls air from the front, does it not? And then it shoves it inside the...
It works best in hot, dry climates, like the desert, and it works like your humidifier where the air passes through a water-soaked filter, like a sponge.
Yeah.
And then blows in your face all cool and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty neat. Will it work? Yeah, probably if I restored it. Am I going to restore it? No, I don't think so. Just looks cool.
It's more for novelty looks.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a rocket launcher hanging off the side. Yeah, and then the Jetta, the Mark I Jetta over here, that's
like one of my favorite cars.
Yeah, that's my brother's build. It's been around for a long time. We've done a lot of work on that car. It's currently going through its third iteration. It's not that far off either, so this is pretty close to turnkeys.
And what's in it again? A 1.8?
It's got an ABA 2-liter swapped into it with a big boy turbo. I'll pop the hood open for you.
I did get some B-roll, but we wouldn't mind seeing it again. And I mean, I have a special place in my heart for red coupes, so
yeah,
I love this thing.
Yeah, I guess you could use the B-roll off that last.
Yeah, I got a lot of this one.
Yeah, so from back there, you just take out this whole section right here, just B-roll. There's an old air-cooled engine here. This engine came out of a 1950s Porsche that we swapped a Subaru into. That one.
This
so
one?
You can use that B-roll right there.
The red?
Yeah.
The red Porsche.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this came out of a red Intermechanica. It's like a fiberglass remake of the 1950s Porsche 356. And this customer wanted more reliability out of his car. Basically, he wanted to be able to reach in, turn the key, and have it fire up and go. And the best route we saw for that was to put a Subaru into it, and he went for it.
I was gonna ask you, what's your favorite build that you've done? So I'm assuming it would be that red Porsche.
My favorite build so far that we've done here through the shop is that Porsche, yeah. Yeah, big time. And then this one here, I was hoping to have both the Porsche and this one done sort of at the same time, but we got too busy and I got the engine in and the body back on the car, but that's as far as I got, so.
Yeah. Well, when you
I got progress.
so many different projects going on.
Progress. But that's going to be a sweet little unit right here. And we know this one works because we had it in a 1969 Carmen Ghia.
That's a great list.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's a snap-on one. Is it magnetic?
Yeah.
That's sick. I just write my list on my car with a dry erase.
Yeah, that's another way to do it, eh? Yeah, you need lists though. If you have lots of projects, you have to have lists because you're not gonna remember by the time it's tools come back out again.
No. Or you'll just have a bunch of missing bolts or bolts that are not reinstalled when you're done.
Yeah, or searching for new parts again.
Yeah.
So
good view from here. Place is so photogenic, videogenic.
It really is, yeah.
If you guys are enjoying this tour of Tony's here, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button so that you can see updates for when we go and check out Jesse's new shop. And also, if you guys want to see some more shop tours, we got a lot of different shops in mind that I want to go tour. So also leave a comment down below if you guys got some ideas on some shop tours that we should do. And back to the video. So there's a few questions that I kind of wanted to ask you about, I guess, life and business as well. So when you're like working on cars, so obviously you've been restoring classics and you've been working on cars for a long time. What's like your favorite thing to work on when it comes to cars? So like electrical, body, mechanical, do you have like a favorite?
I mean, all of it's pretty fun. There's electrical's not necessarily my strong point, but there's the level of satisfaction when it's done feels really good. So I don't mind doing it. But I think the most fun I have is probably suspension work and wheels.
Yeah.
Which funny is like that's how it goes with my personal cars too, right?
Yeah.
You buy a car and then the first thing you purchase is the wheels, and then you deal with everything else after, right? So.
Well, I always say maintenance, suspension, then wheels.
That's
my
how you're supposed to do it,
yeah, but you do
right?
that.
And that's how I think I should do it. But then I go backwards and I'll buy. Sometimes you buy the
Find
wheels
some
before
sick
the car,
wheels.
even. So
Yeah,
I like doing aesthetics. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like doing that stuff.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, upgrades, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I was like, I've always wanted the cars to look good, but like I was always like, I don't want to do body work. And then finally, like when I started working on it, it was like, okay, this is not that bad.
Yeah, body work is a very long process to do it correctly, and yeah, if you don't have the time or the space to do it, or the skill, yeah, and it's all self-learned, right? I've bought so many of my own body repairs on my own cars to learn what I know now.
Well, experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
What about old cars? Because I'm kind of the same way. I don't know why, but like old classic cars just interest me, and I find the need to fix them and restore them. How did you end up doing it?
I mean, I grew up in it, which helps.
Yeah.
But I've got experience in modern vehicles, and I've got experience in classic cars. And obviously I've been attracted to the older cars more so, and that's now where I'm going to be focusing all my energy. And I think that's because there's a lot more metal in them. They're simple in the sense that there's not that many components, but they're harder to diagnose because you can't just plug a computer in and get a guide to what's wrong, right? So I think there's something challenging about it that I like, and the rust factor, right? You're always dealing with rusty hardware, and if you can get good at dealing with old rusty cars, you can do anything.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point. Now that you're moving on from this place, is there anything that you'll specifically miss from here, or anything that you want to carry over to the new place, or what do you kind of feel about moving from here and moving on into the next chapter?
I think something I'm going to miss, as much as I don't like the city, I sure like looking at it. And we have such a great view out the front here of downtown. I'm going to miss that kind of that nightlife. Like when I stay late here in the summer and the doors are open, and there's just like, it's a pretty quiet section of Calgary, right? I can see all the downtown lights. There's very few people that walk by. I mean, we have hockey games, and that's about the only thing we have to deal with. But I'm going to miss that, I think. But we're replacing it with something far greater.
Yeah, it's a different, better almost vibe.
Yeah. I think I want to try and carry some of the character out there. We're going to do it different, but
almost.
Yeah.
Like that's just carries on, I think, with you, and also like what you do. I'm so stoked to see what you build with. I saw your photo of the shop, and I was like, dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
So I'm like so excited to see kind of what you do with that.
Yeah.
Come and document it, come see it.
Yeah.
And obviously you're going to be enjoying yourself and doing stuff that you want to do, which I think is really the ultimate goal. So that being said, do you have any advice to anyone that might be either trying to get into the automotive scene, that is already in the automotive scene, or wants to maybe expand their horizons to like, expanding their shop, or anything really, any kind of advice, business, life, anything like that? Honestly,
like probably the biggest thing is to just say yes. Right? If you have an opportunity to do something but you don't know how to do it yet, well, you can learn how to do it. If you decline that, you'll never learn. So I think, it's just going forth, jumping in, learning it. That's just the way you have to do it. So if you want to do something big, just start saying yes.
Yeah. No, that's great advice.
Yeah.
For sure. I always say I let life takes me wherever it takes me. And I found that definitely opens more doors.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed this too. Every challenge that you face kind of has like a purpose when you look back on it. I don't know if you've kind of seen the same thing, that like when you look back and you see the challenges or the stuff that you've had to work through, it's almost like there's a reason, or like, you know, it helped you learn something or whatever. So
Yeah, I agree with that.
I kind of see it almost as kind of, I mean, this is any ending and new beginning. It's kind of sad, but it's like so much more exciting, I think, than...
Yeah, I see this as a beginning of bigger things.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, this building's going to get knocked down. The memories will live on. Cool videos like this will live on.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this.
Immortalize it in photos and video. But otherwise, it's like, let's just print off a few of those, put them in the wall in the new shop, and then just go ham, right?
Yeah.
Just go nuts and kind of do the things that we've been dreaming about. So yeah, you'll be able to look forward to a lot more content from us in the future. Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
You were talking about sledding. What are some of your biggest hobbies?
Passions, hobbies, that kind of stuff.
What makes you just light up?
Yeah, so I've been raised on snowmobiles and dirt bikes, and I think that if I could choose, if there was something I could do every day of the week, and get away with it,
no object.
Yeah, it'd be sledding.
Sick.
I'd go snowmobiling all winter long.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
I gotta I still haven't been properly out. Gotta try that because everyone.
We'll get you out at the new place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll have sled. We have some sleds out there already, so we're gonna get some more. And
gotta get that snow to fall now.
I know, right?
It's like December. And there's no snow yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's definitely passions. Photography is also a big passion.
Oh yeah.
We started the Dub Dynasty, Mike McConnell and I, a long time ago here. 2013 is when it was. We did that way back in the day, and man, I dove into photography and learned from Mike so many things. He taught me so much stuff that I carried on. Yeah. And it's kind of died off as far as me doing it as an income or as a hobby. It's kind of turned into a real personal small hobby now, because I mean I got 4 kids at home, and
you're a busy man.
And yeah, life is crazy. We just moved out into the sticks. We just our house is up for sale right now in Airdrie, and we're moving out. So lots of work, lots of things happening.
Yeah, and there's only so many hours in the day.
Yeah. So the hobbies are kind of on the side right now, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear that for sure. Yeah. Well, because you're so busy, I honestly just appreciate that you were able to make this happen and let me come here and film. And okay, last piece of advice. As an entrepreneur, do you have any entrepreneurial advice? It might be the same as the other piece of advice, but
I guess you just can't be you can't be afraid to try something and fail.
No fear.
That's basically I mean, obviously we're all going to have fear, because fear is kind of ingrained in us, but you got to try something to try it out. And
I think you got to wake up every day and fight that fear.
You do, yeah.
Thing.
It's like a habit, right? And of course, we all still deal with it. I still deal with it too. But you just got to get up and go, and then try new stuff. And if you fail, well, there's a reason that you failed. Maybe you can figure out why, and then try it again. But yeah, just don't give up. Just can't give up. Yeah.
So don't give up. Say yes, and don't be afraid to fail, even though fear is a thing.
Yeah.
Fight it every day.
Yeah. And then own up to your mistakes, right?
Yeah.
That's another big one is being okay with owning up to your mistakes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
For sure. That's how you learn, right?
Exactly.
So, awesome. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome
for having me here, man. I really appreciate it. And I know you're busy, and setting this up was just, like I said, I feel somehow called to do it. Mm-hmm. So I hope that it does this place justice. Yeah, no, I really appreciate
you.
Time. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It'll be a good turnout. So. Again, make sure you guys are following Jesse on the socials. I'll put all the links in the description. So with that, thank you guys all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Excited. Very excited.
Oh, dude, it wasn't recording.
Actually?
No.
You fucking did. Dude, what's funny about that is I wouldn't even be surprised.
Alright guys, if you enjoyed this shop tour here at Tony's Auto Service, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below if you guys want to see more shops. We're definitely going to be catching up with Jesse soon when he gets into the new shop. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.